Good evening everyone, Daniel Miller here. Thank you so much for joining my gaming industry news broadcast and indeed for being a part of our community here. As you know, we do our daily news bulletins on a regular basis, and we always introduce everybody to the very best and the hottest coming from the industry. Today we had some interesting bits coming in. They really concern Call of Duty, Red Dead Redemption, No Man's Sky, Street Fighter, Resident Evil 2 and PUBG. So without further ado, let's have a look at what's been brought to our shores today. First of all, we have some interesting news on Call of Duty Black Ops 4. As we heard yesterday, the developer had added nuke time for PC and Xbox One. So there are few bits of information trickling along today related to that as well. The developer has rolled out a new Call of Duty Black Ops 4 update, and also it brought the popular nuke time map to the PC and Xbox One versions of the military shooter. The studio is also kicking off its first quad feed for Black Ops 4. It offers 2x speed in multiplayer and zombies, plus 2x tire boost, 2x merits, and 2x Nebulum Plasma for all versions of the game through November the 26th. Black Ops 4's latest Blackout has seen improvements that reduce screen jittering, and the Bowie knife is now available more readily than before, including being found in equipment stashes. So if you are really interested and if you want to find out a lot more, the best way to explore this is by going directly to the developer's website, or you can simply access videogamer.com news and you'll be able to get everything in depth there. As you know, Call of Duty Black Ops 4 was launched on PS4, PC and Xbox One on October the 12th, and indeed it has been receiving a tremendous response from the gamers and fans worldwide. There's also another bit of news related to Call of Duty Black Ops 4, and we've heard that Call of Duty Black Ops 4 topped the US software charts last month, beating out Rockstar Games' massive blockbuster Red Dead Redemption 2 in the process. Well, it is Call of Duty, so really perhaps not too surprising. Having said that, we all know that Red Dead 2 is still doing very well, having shipped 17 million copies worldwide. To be honest with you, when going through this news, it's slightly unclear sometimes whether they're related just to the physical copy sales or whether they include also the digital copies. Sometimes they are focused on one or another, and at other times when we are having the annual breakdown of the overall sales, they combine the two. So I'm not 100% sure whether 70 million copies of Red Dead relate just to the physical copies, but if I'm not mistaken, that was the original statement given by the developer, indicating they made $725 million within the first 3 days, which actually has broken almost all records on the game releases. The only better one, as you know, is again the product which was developed by Rockstar, and that is of course Grand Theft Auto number 5. They indeed had surpassed even that figure, so Rockstar really doing really well. But coming back to the charts, we've heard that Assassin's Creed Odyssey, NBA 2K19 and Super Mario Party are also included in the top 5. We know full well that Sony is doing remarkably well, really, but Sony PlayStation 4 dominated the hardware charts again, with the console giving the format holder its best single month since the PS2 back in October 2002. So it's hard to tell why, but certainly the quality of graphics and visuals on PlayStation 4 are incredible. I think that what is perhaps even more appealing is the consistent regular offers the PS Store is providing to the subscribers and gamers alike. They have very many great variable offers every week, usually launched on Tuesday, some include 70% off, and they're literally rotating a very large number of games, particularly the blockbusters. So for instance, this week you can get Rainbow Six Siege for £9.49, and sometimes you can get even other blockbusters on almost a fraction of the the usual price. I actually spotted several games offered on the double whammy deal, which is if you buy the 2 games and then you get 70% discount. I already had said several times that one of my favorite deals recently was Mass Effect Andromeda together with Dragon Age Inquisition Game of the Year edition. Both of those were the top of the range editions. I think the Mass Effect was their special Platinum Recruiter pack, and those two together, if you purchase them normally, would cost you around £70 or £80, and in this instance you'd pay just less than 20. So really very, very good offers, and I think these kinds of offers, as they're continuously emerging, literally for the subscribers of PlayStation Plus and the users of PlayStation 4, are very appealing and well represented through various other social networking forums and platforms. That must be really one of the reasons as to why people are so much drawn to it. In addition, they had several console bundles, and they included the very best new games such as Fallout 76, Red Dead Redemption 2, Battlefield 5, and several other ones that would have come out during this year. Indeed, if somebody's interested, when offered on a very good price such as £200 or £220, it is very much drawing everyone's interest in the fact that you're buying state-of-the-art console together with obviously one of the hottest new games, and that must be really a major factor. As we've seen, they're doing extremely well, literally beating the sales of Microsoft's Xbox, and it is really slightly mind-boggling as to why that is, considering that Xbox has this excellent Game Pass facility as well as their backward compatibility, which means that lots of the blockbuster games and your favorite titles can be played on Xbox One with ease. So, it remains to be seen how things develop. But coming back to the news, PS4 is doing incredibly well, and that is obviously greatly appreciated by us all. As you know, presently I am exclusively streaming on PS4 and focusing on its functionality and current games. So all of us are having a lot of fun on the console. In the future we'll do also Xbox and we'll do some PC streams, but presently it's all about PS4, and as they would say, one of the very best consoles on the planet. You know that Xbox One X is being advertised as the most powerful console, which probably it certainly is, but considering its price, definitely beating Xbox to it. So if you're interested, NPD Group published a list of the top-selling console exclusives in the US, and the data is related to the sales from 1995 to 2018, and as we said yesterday, surprisingly so, it has been very largely dominated by Wii games, so all the other games were really not included. So these are the news related to Call of Duty Black Ops 4. We are going to look at the rest of the news today. Phantasy Star release date lockdown for Switch. Sega has staple-gunned a release date to the Nintendo Switch version of Phantasy Star, and confirming the classic RPG will hit the US and Europe on December the 13th. Phantasy Star will retail for £5.99 on eShop, and this particular version is the Sega Ages Edition, which means it has a bunch of additional features. For starters, the difficulty is reduced, and you're able to view every creature you've encountered by viewing the new monster codex. Elsewhere, there's an items guide on offer that details all of your equipment, while dungeon navigation is made easier through a new auto mapping feature. You probably remember that the Phantasy Star first launched back in 1987 on the Sega Master System in Japan, and later it turned up on the Mega Drive in 1994. Who remembers Sega Master Systems and Mega Drives? I certainly do. In my local charity shop, they've had the consoles offered in very, very low price with a bunch of games a few years back, and nobody wanted to buy them. I guess the reason for that was that nobody knew where this shop was, But otherwise, on eBay and elsewhere, they would have just gone similar to fruitcakes. So, the game is widely considered one of the most influential console RPGs of all time, and everyone agrees that that's actually absolutely correct. So if interested, definitely have a look and get reacquainted with Phantasy Star. We talked a bit about Red Dead Redemption 2 already and Rockstar, and we received further news indicating that this game sold 3 times as much as the original in its launch month. So NPD Group analyst Matt Piscatella has revealed via VentureBeat website that Red Dead Redemption 2 sold 3 times as many copies in the US during its launch month as the original Red Dead Redemption. While Call of Duty Black Ops 4 took the crown as the best-selling game in the US last month, Rockstar Games' Cowboy Epic chalked up the milestone in just 9 days on sale, making it the second best-selling game of the year so far. It's a bit strange that the stats are saying that it's the second best-selling game of the year so far. With just 9 days of reported sales, Red Dead Redemption 2 is the second best-selling game of October 2018 and is now also the second best-selling game year to date. He said Red Dead Redemption 2 launch month sales more than tripled those of the previous title in the series, namely the original, which launched in May of 2010, 8 years ago. And as you've heard, Red Dead Redemption 2 has shipped over 70 million copies worldwide to date and generated a massive 750 million in its opening weekend. Well, I have to say that the figures are slightly fluctuating. We've heard the figures from 725 to 750 and 775, so we're talking about roughly 50 million up and down, and I'm not sure which figure is absolutely correct, but regardless, these are staggering news, and indeed the figures are massive. 750 million in 3 days is just simply mind-blowing. As you know, the game has been very well received. It's been streamed on Twitch by more than 300,000 individuals, sometimes consecutively, and indeed played by many millions of people worldwide. If they shipped 17 million copies, then you can imagine there are quite a few million people still playing it and wanting to obviously complete the game and then progress to the multiplayer and then progress to the deals, and and the story goes on and on. We have some news on new No Man's Sky update. We've heard that there's been a leak and there's been some rumor that there will be no rainbows. So we've heard that the update is called Visions and it's being proposed as a free update due on November the 22nd, which means tomorrow. So Hello Games is planning another major update for No Man's Sky called Visions, according to the video which has transpired on YouTube. And we really have to hear officially from the developer and find out whether this indeed is correct. Although the trailer is revealing plenty of details on what to expect, Visions looks set to add even greater palette of variety, new trophies to collect for your exploration efforts, procedurally generated crash sites, new life forms and rainbows. So players can also tuck into their fresh emotes, launch fireworks, expand their base building exploits, build new parts, etc. So global community missions are also part of that package too. So the dates have not been confirmed, so let's just watch this space. But really some good news. We shouldn't really always rely on the rumors. You've heard that Street Fighter V's latest outfits are inspired to a degree by Resident Evil. And if you were to be exploring this, in the meantime Capcom had announced that a series of outfits were inspired by Resident Evil, and indeed they're coming to Street Fighter V. Cammy will be able to slip into Jill Valentine's Stars outfit from the original Resi, where Urian gains Aldo Vasquez's Matrix-style trench coat and perpetual shades. Finally, Colin is able to dress up like Ada Wong, the mysterious spy introduced in Resi 2, has cropped up in numerous sequels over the years. Everyone who played Resident Evil will remember either one, and indeed all the niceties that those sequels have brought to us over the years. Capcom confirmed that the Resi costumes will make their way to the fighting game sequel on November the 27th, and guess what, they will not be delivered free. Initially they'll be costing $3.99 each. For any further news or images, do go to Street Fighter Twitter, which is @StreetFighter, and you will have plenty of more images and news on the matter over there. So talking of Resident Evil, there has been some further information coming out from Capcom regarding Resident Evil 2, and that would be connected to its gameplay. So we've heard that they're offering now extended look at the RPD basement. You know that they will be producing a new extended trailer, and that is going to be screened very shortly at one of the big exhibitions and conferences. PlayStation Underground has polished off a 15-minute gameplay video of Capcom's lush looking Resident Evil 2 remake, and offering an extended glimpse of the bowels of the Raccoon Police Department. The footage has been taken from Claire Redfield's campaign and sees her scrapping with numerous mutated foes, including the fearsome Lickers, which, as you might recall, have been completely revamped for this updated version of 1998's horror classic. The morgue also makes an appearance, and as expected, features its former deceased occupants returning as limb-munching undead. So plenty of zombies. The game looks stunning. Characters wince in pain, real-time. Wounds explode on zombies' bodies, and the lighting effects send shadows dancing all over the shop. The PlayStation Portal does have that new trailer. It's been released by PlayStation Underground, so you can go to YouTube and access the channel, PlayStation Underground, and you'll be able to enjoy the trailer. Namely, Resident Evil 2 Licker gameplay, PlayStation Underground. So just remember, all the Capcom Resident Evil fans, go to Resident Evil 2 Licker gameplay, PlayStation Underground. And the trailer is over there. It looks really quite jaw-dropping, as we will see highly suspenseful, beautiful graphics, and we will all agree that from, well, everything we've seen so far, Resident Evil 2 will be elevated to the highest possible level. We know that the game is due for release on PlayStation 4, PC and Xbox One on January the 25th of 2019. And Capcom also hinted during a recent magazine interview that they might consider revamping more titles in the survival horror franchise, depending on the sales of Resident Evil 2, of course, which is what they have not conveyed. We are very, very excited to see that this game has been literally done from scratch, and I simply cannot wait to see its functionality and all else once it comes out. Very excited about it, I have to say, as a regular Resident Evil gamer and a dedicated PlayStation fan. PUBG Mobile updated with Royal Pass Season 4. Well, the most exciting news on PUBG 4 has been coming out of their quarters last week, indicating that us, the PlayStation 4 players, will be able to access it, download it and play it as from next month. Even at the beginning of the month it will be released, so that's absolutely fantastic. The prices are in sync with those of the software when purchased for PC or Xbox, so everything is looking very, very bright. I personally loved the mobile edition, played it on my tablet for about 6 months. It had very improved graphics and controls, and everyone who played it said that actually, compared to PC and Xbox, was by far the best. So I'm very, very excited and very curious to see whether the PlayStation version is going to be as good. We certainly hope it will be. But the mobile edition of PUBG has been updated to version 0.95, bringing with it a bunch of new weapons and vehicles for players to put towards the chicken dinner winning efforts. You know that phrase, winner winner chicken dinner. that comes from PUBG, of course, and it's been really widely celebrated worldwide by people doing all kinds of funny videos on YouTube, eating chickens, roast chickens, etc. after winning the games. Even Xbox presenters did that, so you should look it up on one of the first Inside Xbox episodes, where one of the guys was literally going on about these roast chickens. Firstly, there is a new automatic rifle after you updated the mobile game in the shape of the M762, which is available across all maps. Speaking of maps, Sunhawk has been supplemented with dynamic weather and the new vehicle, the scooter. So we are going to be experiencing the same sort of thing that we've seen in Forza 4, I guess, but greatly appreciated. Elsewhere, hardcore mode has been included that provides the same experience as PC, while the odds of certain crate drops have been given a boost. Royale Pass Season 4 will also include extra mission cards, discounted packs for Black Friday, plus additional firearm finishes, outfits and cosmetics such as hairstyles and character faces. It's greatly enhanced. If you're interested, you can go to videogamer.com and then access the section on the news. There's quite a big report there. I'm using it for this presentation as well. And in addition to that, you can access PUBG Mobile channel on YouTube and access the video called Welcome to Season 4 with new Royale Pass, and you have everything there. A beautiful video telling you all about the new inclusions. Xbox One X support coming to Rocket League next month. Rocket League will receive Xbox One X next month. Developer Psyonix has confirmed. Speaking in a post on the Xbox website, game director Scott Rudy revealed that the update will allow players to experience the vehicular soccer title in 4K resolution at a silky smooth 60 FPS. Meanwhile, super sampling is enabled, allowing for 1920 at 1080 display. Rocket League's Xbox One X support was originally due to roll out last year, but was postponed due to technical limitations and funds. It will now arrive on December the 3rd as part of the game's next update, which also adds a bunch of other goodies inclusive of leaderboards for ranked extra modes, plus tweaks to the XP and progression system. One thing that we will not see is its crossplay party functionality. That's been delayed until 2019. Still, these are very, very good news for the last. And the last bit of news today is related to GTA Online. We've heard they're offering a huge login bonus this week. So let's see what they are currently prepared to offer. Rockstar Games has confirmed that Grand Theft Auto Online players will be able to hoove up an eye-watering GTA of 1.35 million bonus cash prize simply by logging in for the next week. Firstly, you'll back $750 just by logging in right now, and for every day through November 26, you'll receive an additional $100 for logging in. Your bonus funds will be delivered to May's bank accounts by December the 3rd, so you will not have to wait too long to get the cash. Other bonuses this week include double GTAs and RP rewards on Suma Remix and Running Back Remix. GTA Online is also offering a wealth of discounts, so if you are in the mood for a bargain, check out some wallet-friendly savings. And I could read you the list, but the list is very extensive. I was reading some of it the other day. The best way of finding out and familiarizing yourself with these discounts is by going to their website directly, or just access videogamer.com, the website I use for my news bulletins, and there is a news entry with all the discounts stated. The other bit of news, which is quite exciting today, is about Steam. We've heard today that they are starting with their autumn sale, which is massive, and I will try to focus right now on whatever they are providing us with. and we've heard through various news websites that the big 2018 Steam Black Friday Autumn Sale is now live, and that includes, I believe, all sorts of things. We'll just have a look at what's been reported through GameSpot.com. They say that Black Friday is almost upon us, and with it they come deals by dozens. And if you are in the market for PC games, it's hard to beat the annual Steam sale, which just kicked off in preparation for the retail holiday. The Steam autumn sale will last through November the 27th at 10 AM Pacific time. So it started today, and today is 21st of November, so we are talking roughly about 6 working days of that sale. I did stress during the last couple of days with my news bulletins that we are facing a lot of competition between the retailers, and really primarily we are focused on Microsoft Store, PS Store and Steam, depending on what platform you use. You can obviously buy the games through Game or Amazon or even on eBay, but that's not quite the same. If you're purchasing your computer games, I would most highly advise you to buy them through Steam. Lots of those older games are fully patched, and you will have no problems whilst wanting to play them on your computer after the purchase, and that makes a tremendous difference compared to some other retailers. So we've heard that the sale is going to last until November the 27th at 10 AM, and the sale price has gone live, offering good deals on NBA 2K19, on Civilization 6, its Rise and Fall downloadable content and Dead Cells, and a lot more. Steam is also offering discounts on some of its own hardware, like 30% off a Steam controller, and also they are now geared up for the nominations, and that is for the Steam Awards. So you can vote for your Game of the Year and VR Game of the Year, along with all other, perhaps a bit more unusual categories. The Labour of Love Award gives accolades for continued support of an older game, while the Better with Friends Award celebrates multiplayer experiences. Just very quickly, I'll read through things which are exposed here. NBA 2K19 $30, Grand Theft Auto 5 $20, Civilization 6 $18, Civilization 6 Rise and Fall DLC $20, Jurassic World Evolution $22, Dead Cells $20, Frostpunk $20, Fallout 4 $15, a very good price for Fallout 4, Rocket League $10, City Skylines $7.49, Enter the Gungeon $7.49, Steam controller is 30% off, and Steam Link is $2.50. So without further ado, we are going to have a look at Steam Portal, and we will explore some of the best sales currently in offer. As you know, we are very keen on experiencing those and finding out for ourselves what or which one amongst those favorite games of ours indeed will be offered on a very, very good price. And on Steam, there's never really a shortage of those, I have to say. So I'm just waiting for all the information to come here, and we have here the Steam Autumn Sale, beautifully advertised, indicating that it will end on November the 27th at 10 AM Pacific. So just bear with me a moment. Some of this information is somewhat slow. So we have lots of things highlighted in here. We have Frostpunk, new free DLC Endless Mode, offered on £16.74 for the UK buyers. Age of Empires 2 HD Edition, a mere £2.99. Jurassic World Evolution, $17.99. Endless Space 2, a beautiful sci-fi strategy game, $11.89. Nier Automata, $19.99. Dead Cells offered on 20% discount of $17.59. Graveyard Keeper 1084. City Skylines mere $5.74. A beautiful RPG Black Desert Online only £3.99. Grand Theft Auto 5 £16.49. Life is Strange 2 Episode 1 £3.24. Well, really, for £3.24 this cannot go wrong. I purchased the entire special edition, the Ultimate Complete Edition pack with everything included at PlayStation Store recently, and I paid £7.49. Indeed, this is just the base game rather than all the niceties that come together with DLCs and add-ons and graphics and visuals and concept art and you name it. But still, $3.24 is simply a price which you cannot refuse. As you know, I'm a very, very great fan of Life is Strange, so I'm absolutely urging you to buy it today. We have Fallout franchise. Let's have a look actually what games they will offer. We have Fallout 4 for £9.99, that's 50% off. We have Fallout 4 Game of the Year, 60% off, presented on the price of $15.99. Fallout 4 Season Pass, $13.19, that's almost 70% off. Fallout 4 VR, $19.99. Fallout Shelter is always offered free of charge, so you should really download it and try it. Fallout 3 Game of the Year Edition, £7.49, which is 50% off. Fallout New Vegas, £7.49. Classic Fallout Collection, the first 1 and 2 games plus Fallout Tactics, mere £4.19, so that's really, really cheap. Fallout Tactics Brotherhood of Steel, $1.99. Fallout 2, a post-nuclear role-playing game, $1.99, and Fallout, the post-nuclear playing game number 1, $1.99. So obviously, Fallout Collection, $4.99 is the best option if you're after those early Fallout games, 1, 2, and the Fallout Tactics. Absolutely highly recommended. $4.19 is the price. In fact, I purchased those games on their release date originally, and I still have got them in the original big boxes, which are no longer produced. As you know, we are literally moving down the route of digital downloads, and it's just a question of time before many of those beautiful boxes and packages will be basically pulled out of the production. So these are the Fallout offers on Steam. Let's have a look at the rest. We've looked at those which were primarily recommended by Steam to myself, and I believe that this might have been connected to my preferences. When you come to the app or the website, you certainly can also go to the Steam Awards section, and you can then nominate your favorite games for the 2018 Steam Awards. This is going to be a lot of fun for everyone, so please make sure you do nominate your favorite game, be it Battlefield 5, Red Dead Redemption 2, Fallout 76, or indeed any other that you would have bought during this year. One of the games I really love, and I would be playing quite a lot in the near future, is Detroit Becoming Human. Very, very interesting Blade Runner styled RPG, a beautiful adventure game, and we are absolutely besotted by the quality of graphics and its exciting or quite mesmerizing type of gameplay. There's some very difficult controls stroke commands in the game which have to be mastered early in order for everything to run smoothly, but the storyline, the narrative, the ability to play through different characters and to have great replayability on a an ordinary type of adventure game is absolutely mind-boggling, and I'm highly recommending it. One of my favorite games of this year, Detroit Becoming Human. So let's have a look what else here is in store for us. Dragon Quest 11, 27.99, so not really massively discounted, although they say it's 30% off. The usual price is £40. The Witcher 3, £12.49, Assassin's Creed Odyssey £33.49, Magica £2.74, that is a very good price. And No Man's Sky is offered on the price of £19.99. Jurassic World Evolution £17.99, Monster Hunter World £32.99, Rocket League £7.49. And there are some games in my list in here which I really like. For instance, Counter-Strike. Counter-Strike is available for free, so hurry and download it immediately, because otherwise it will cost you about £11–12 on average. Fallout New Vegas is offered on a price of $2.63. Arma 3 is offered on a price of $10.19. Fallout 3 Game of the Year Edition on mere $7.49. Star Wars Empire at War £6.19. Dishonored, a very good game as well, offered on the price of $1.99. I mean, I've seen the game offered in CX. I think Dishonored 2 was offered on £6 price, and then the other installment was £5, but this definitely beats it by far. $1.99 for the original Dishonored game. And then we have one of my favorite FPS games from the last decade. For me, perhaps as significant as Half-Life in the previous decade, the game called Stalker, Shadow of Chernobyl. We have 2 installments in here. Call of Pripyat, offered on a price of £3.89, and then we have 9. All of those are absolutely awesome games. I urge you to purchase them and play them. They have been patched for your state-of-the-art PCs, and you will absolutely love them. To all of my Destiny community members, I just really urge you to explore Stalker on your PC. You will absolutely love the game if you love Destiny. It's somewhat more difficult. It is a bit like a combination of Half-Life, Destiny and Metroid, and there are lots of issues in there in terms of what kit you carry, how heavy you get, what kinds of things you buy and sell, what areas you walk through, if they are really contaminated with radiation, and all of these factors will then will influence your game outcome. But very enjoyable to play, lots of action sequences, and similar to Fallout, a massive open world out there, so most highly recommended to everyone. So just remember Stalker Shadow of Chernobyl, and you have Stalker Call of Pripyat and Stalker Clear Sky. Those 2 are offered on greatly reduced prices. Stalker Call of Pripyat on $3.89 and Stalker Clear Sky on mere $2.39. Let's have a look at the rest of those. Portal, another great game, £1.43. So what are we waiting for? Just hurry and buy this game. It's one of the best games of that year. Mountain Blade Warband, £5.99. Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2, $9.99. I have to say that this particular game, Modern Warfare 2, was very cheap on Xbox 360 format, and it was selling for about £1.50, £2 at CX. And I've noticed that ever since they've done the backward compatibility, the game has gone up massively, and now it costs about £25. So I've seen a beautiful steel cased edition a couple of days ago, and that was priced, I think, on £20. So if you're interested, the PC version is presently costing you £9.99. Otherwise, it would have been offered on a price of £20. One of my favorite RPGs of all times is obviously Elder Scrolls Oblivion, and you can buy the Game of the Year edition here for £6.49, which is tremendous. £6.49 for Oblivion. And just very quickly have a look whether indeed it is. Yeah, it is the Game of the Year edition, just as I expected. There's some other games which I'm also interested in. They're military games which I like playing. We have Decisive Campaigns Case Blue, offered on $7.19. We have Strategic Command World War II War in Europe, $14.69. Both of these games are really very difficult strategic games. So if you're into the strategy, then absolutely have a look. Total War Empire Definitive Edition is here offered on £19.99. We have Unity of Command, £2.20 for 85% discount. Tremendous. Then we have one of other very, very good strategy games, and the game is called Call to Arms. Call to Arms is presently offered for free, so absolutely a game that we need to acquire together with that Counter-Strike. In fact, I will put it on a list straight away and purchase it for free. I should say download it for free tonight. Commander is the other game that's on my list, 67% off, £7.58. To End All Wars, new DLC available, £11.09. So, the list goes on and on, my friends. I could just read the titles, but we are coming to the end of our news broadcast. For anyone interested, just like I said yesterday, we have Steam Autumn Sale presently available. We have Xbox, Microsoft Store Sale, as well as PS4 Store Sale. All of them are basically tied in with Black Friday sales week, and I just advise you to explore all of those portals, have a look at all the titles, consider what you like the most. In fact, what I like about Steam the best is that they have always lots of special offers, but whenever they run these major sales, you are likely to discover many good games that you've heard of previously on very, very low prices. I've just read out a few of those, and most importantly, some of the games will be offered for free, so you can just supplement your library with some of those excellent titles we have heard. Counter-Strike is one of those, so please do hurry, download Counter-Strike today. Do not leave it to chance. Right, we'll carry on with our Steam sales list and our Steam exploration tomorrow when we come back with our next bulletin of news. I can see I've got some visitors coming in already. Sniper King Gaming is here tonight. Hello, how are you doing, sir? Thank you so much for a message. During the news bulletin, I can't really respond to the incoming messages because, you know, it's kind of structured and I read the news. But I can certainly invite you to my Destiny 1 broadcast, which will start in about 10 minutes. It is going to be again a lengthy one with strikes and possibly raids played, maybe some patrols. Some of my community members were asking me to do the patrols as well, and I need to do them in order to get skeleton keys and some other bits of kit. I may have to incorporate some of them tonight, we'll have to see, but we'll start with strikes. Of course, they're very exciting and very, very popular, so I'd like to invite you to join me for this broadcast, which will follow. And indeed, I'd like to invite everyone else, all of our community members, to come and join us and participate. There are a few other bits of news that I have. First of all, I had some requests for raids, and there were some of my community members sending me tweets, and I had reposted them to my Twitter. That is Twitter at DRBMiller, and you can just access my Twitter and have a look. I mean, for all of you that are watching Twitch, just go to my profile and you'll find a banner which is indicating Twitter. Click on that and you'll get obviously a pop-up with my Twitter account. Those community members are looking for any members to come in to play raids with them, so please be kind and respond to them. Send them an email or tweet and describe the times when you can actually jump in if you wish to, and indeed you can hook up with others as well. I really pride myself on being able to connect many different members for various activities which are online gaming related. XG Sniper King Gaming is asking, is that D1 raids? Well, to be honest with you, this particular member did come in yesterday. They're based in the US, and they were watching our Destiny 1 stream of strikes, and I believe, yes, that they are looking for D1 raids. This is my assumption, but I think they are also a Destiny veteran, which means they might be keen on having any partners for Destiny 1 and Destiny 2 raids as well. So either way, it is going to be very good. The best way of connecting is by posting a tweet directly to those which are on my Twitter, and then I can connect you to them, or you can contact them directly. and there have been quite a few people coming in during the last couple of weeks asking for, raid partners. And I said, well, the best way of doing it is just by hooking up and discussing the possible timetable. I think most people play raids on Fridays and Saturdays, and I've seen that on those days I had relatively fewer viewers, and the community was very busy with strikes and raids on those nights, rather than just participating in Twitch streams. So yeah, you can contact them directly. Right, we've come to the end of our gaming industry news broadcast for today, and I will have a very short 10-minute break, and after that we are going to be proceeding with our Destiny world, and again we are to engage with strikes and many other niceties that our Destiny world is presenting us with. So on that note, I would like to wish you all a very good evening, and indeed I will hope that you are going to join me for our Destiny 1 broadcast, which will commence in about 10 minutes. Message for Sniper King, please do join me in about 10 minutes. The Destiny 1 broadcast will start very shortly, and I'm looking at the games here. Sniper King says, alright, I'll join that as well, and like I said last night, I used to be for D1 raids, and we'd love to help you out. Absolutely. Well, thank you so much, sir. I really appreciate that. I've not done any raids as yet, and I've been just literally building the structure and the quality of my kit and my weapons and skill and everything to be skilled enough to do it. But indeed, we can do some raids sometime. We'll plan for them, so that would be wonderful. And obviously, if you're looking for some raids partners, those guys that would have come in yesterday, they're definitely more than ready. I think one of them is hooked up with some network, so it's definitely worth checking and having a look. On the other hand, it's always useful to leave postings on Bungie, and they have a very, very good forum. Although I have to say, ever since they pulled the Destiny 1 companion, the community activity perhaps is not as rife as it was, but then again you can use Destiny Tracker and then communicate through Destiny 2 companion, which is on Bungie, and then through that it's also easy to get connection and basically links to other members. It's always the best to hook up through live streams, because you can see what people are like, you can hear them, and once you make connections they stay for life. So that's always my best recommendation. Otherwise it's a bit like doing random matchmaking. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, depends on who comes in. Alright, so we've come to the end of our broadcast for now. I will be back in about 10 minutes with my Destiny 1, and I wish you all a very, very good night.